Hey guys, my name is Delina. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my experience with Pilea Peperomioides, aka Chinese money plant, aka pancake plant, aka UFO plant. So this is one of my favorite plants and I think it's originated in China. I don't know where in China. And it's just got the most adorable round leaves. And you can propagate this plant, and this is pretty much the whole reason why I'm making this video. So I've killed probably a good 4 or 5 of these plants before I started to have success with this one guy right here. So my issue with all of the other ones was that, first of all, I live in Texas, so our living room is designed to keep the sun out, to keep the heat out. And it doesn't have many windows that allow like significant light to get in. So ideally, I was trying to get away with, because these are just so cute. So I really wanted them everywhere in the house. So of course I wanted one in the living room. I wanted one in the bedroom, but those areas are not bright areas in my house. So they just suffered, and they didn't immediately die, but because it was my first time with the plant and I wasn't familiar with it yet, it was already in these areas that were not getting enough light, and then I would get anxious to water it so it would get root rot, and then I would try to propagate it because I wanted multiples of them, and it would just completely kill the plant, and the propagations never succeeded because I understand that you're supposed to, when you're cutting off a stem as a propagation, you have to take a piece of the stalk as well. Otherwise, the propagation won't work. Well, I would do that and I would stick it in water and give it weeks, and it would just always rot. It never rooted. So I gave up, and then I finally got another one, and I gave up on having the plants downstairs. I finally took the plant upstairs to where it is right now in this room, and boom, it took off. It began producing a bunch of leaves. It obviously did not die. It was doing great, and it produced pups everywhere around here at the base of the plant. I was getting pups. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups. They all came from this, and this was all at the same time. They were all 5 of these were at one point in here at the same time. I didn't even have to wait long for this mother plant to keep producing pups. So my tip to all of you guys who get one of these and really want to propagate it, I suggest putting it in high light. I now have this like sheer curtain to sheer out the light, and I think it's like the ideal lighting for it, bright but sheared out, because I did notice that when it was like full bright sun, which this room gets really bright and hot, the leaves kind of got like yellowy and they began to curl because they were trying to keep the sun out because it was a bit too much, too harsh. So sheared out, really bright light, you can just shear it out with a cheap sheer curtain. It will perform for you. So I think everyone advises that you water this once a week. You definitely want to wait until it gets dry, really dry, and it can even tolerate a bit of drought. And then you want to water it. Don't over drench it, just give it a moderate amount, and depending on how much light you're giving it, you're gonna want to water anywhere between 1 week and up to like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. If it's in a really low light area, like me having it down in the living room, it just, the sun was never present enough to dry out the soil. And this plant likes to get dried out before it gets watered again. So keep that in mind. Bright light, water only when really dry, and don't over drench. So well draining soil also. But yeah, the key thing I want anyone to take away from this is you're not going to get away with the dim lighting. So bright light, and if you really want these pups, That's all I did, was give it good lighting and good water. I never, living in Houston, Texas, don't give it tap water. The tap water here fucking sucks. You're gonna wanna give it filtered water, bottled water, something. Anything is better than the fucking tap water, unless you have a filtration system on your house for all of the water. Then you'll be good. But anyway, I will insert clips of me removing these pups from this plant. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think that's all I have to share about this. Also, fertilization. I think I may have added a bit of the just really general Miracle-Gro indoor and outdoor like powder fertilizer. It's blue and you just mix it in with water depending on the ratio, depending on, you know, how much water you're using. But anyway, if I ever fertilized this, it was with that, because that's all I have. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.